Good day. We are going to present our study entitled Design of a Case Management System for School Counselors by Stephen Salamante, Victor Tulabot, Ira Villanueva, Jaymee Abigail Pantaleon, Judith Azcarraga, Maria Christine Gendrano, and I, Beaverly Cuasi. With the COVID-19 pandemic, non-contact medical services have been in demand. To continue providing services to students, school counselors had to rapidly transition their practice to adopt to the online setting. With this, the impact of information and communication technologies or ICT through the evolving of various technological advancements and software tools helps to improve the productivity of providers and overall client experience by ensuring the availability of mental health services even through online means by utilizing digital tools. According to the study by Torres et al. In 2020, the global pandemic further enabled the utilization of digital tools for both providers and their clients as services are offered through online means. This showed acceptance of digital tools as a normal part of routine care practice. Healthcare providers realized the advantages of using portable electronic devices to access specialized applications widely available in the market for management systems to facilitate mental health care as effectively as traditional face-to-face method. The impact of technology has not only revolutionized how health services are delivered, but also how it is now being integrated into assisting with the daily routine of clinical practice, such as case management system to enhance workflow efficiently and productivity. From the study of Bashar et al. In 2018, using a management system can expand the efficacy of healthcare by improving services and workflows and offering decision-making guidance and clinical knowledge to medical practitioners to improve the quality and effectiveness of patient care. Cloud storage is commonly used to store data for better accessibility rather than distributed through several spreadsheets and notes. School counselors are individuals who assist students and offer services that can alleviate student concerns such as personal or academic concerns. Today, school counselors are still relevant in assisting students with difficulties and improving their overall well-being through counseling services through digital mediums. Triage systems in a medical environment refers to prioritizing patients depending on their level of medical safety and treating a considerate number of patients as efficiently as possible without compromising the quality of services. In a school setting, a triage system in counseling can be applied to maximize the efficiency of the organization and help prevent a counselor from experiencing amount of burnout due to the volume of students availing for counseling sessions. Utilizing pre-existing technological tools and emerging ones can aid school counselors in properly managing their caseloads and guide system in attaining their defined goals. These digital tools can be integrated into assisting counseling practice such as facilitating appointment management and case record management and storage.
For data encryption, it has become a necessary process in securing sensitive data within large institutions. Even if attackers obtain access to a patient's records, it will be difficult or impossible for them to read patient information because of encryption. A study by Smith in 2016 showed that 70% of data breaches entail medical practitioners and that the incidents are mostly electronically stored. Confidentiality issues are also critical since the patient might face significant issues if sensitive data is shared or accessed by unauthorized individuals. This raises a concern for the healthcare providers who use digital means for storing their data, since the confidentiality of patient records and other sensitive data may be compromised. A feature to secure the sensitive data, specifically the case notes gathered in the system, is that the developers made the storing and retrieval secured by utilizing an encryption algorithm. So symmetric cryptography uses only one secret key to both encrypt and decrypt data. It is commonly used to ensure confidentiality of data stored in the database or database encryption. So considering that the case management will only have school counselors as end users, symmetric encryption is more applicable for the system since it uses a single key to encrypt and decrypt data and is more suitable in ensuring the confidentiality of sensitive data prior to storing and retrieving them in a database. So Advanced Encryption Standard, or AES, is an encryption algorithm used for encrypting and decrypting information. When choosing in what specific symmetric algorithm to be utilized in the case management system, related literature regarding encryption algorithms applied in medical data and data security in a cloud database were reviewed. We also took into consideration studies that successfully applied the encryption algorithm in a cloud environment. Some of the studies, such as Lee et al. In 2018, implemented a web application deployed in a Heroku cloud and successfully applied the AES algorithm to address the challenges of data security when it comes to cloud storage. The study emphasized the strength of AES, such as its strong security and at the same time has a great speed, being one of the most efficient symmetric algorithms. The study by Shakarn-Saromiri in 2021 also utilized AES in order to protect confidentiality of storing sensitive COVID-19 data being uploaded to a cloud storage. They emphasized that encrypting data is important for storing in the database to avoid data breaches by the cloud service provider and those responsible for managing it. The National Privacy Commission also recommended the Advanced Encryption Standard, or AES 256, as the encryption standard. As a result, AES 256 was utilized in the study to secure the data in the system.
Moving on to the case management system, the designed case management system is a web-based application. This means that it can be accessed through web browsers that allow school counselors to manage and track cases of their students even while working outside the confines of the school. The system can help in aiding school counselors to manage and track cases of students, having functionalities to retrieve or record cases, case notes, and manage the student list. They will also be able to view, update their Google Calendar and Google Drive that are integrated into the system. Cloud storage was utilized for database management while ensuring security and confidentiality of data with an appropriate encryption algorithm before storing in the cloud. The goal of the system is to integrate into one application the components needed in counseling, such as scheduling and case management, to avoid navigating between different applications by integrating Google Calendar and file system using Google Drive for managing their appointments and files. The web application will have two views, namely the administrator and counselor view. For the administrator view, as the admin successfully logs into the system, the dashboard page will be shown together with the current list of accounts in the CMS. CMS also allows to create or add a counselor account, as well as creating or adding counselor accounts. An admin can also enable or disable a counselor account in order to control the account's accessibility to the system. An administrator can also transfer cases from one counselor to another. In a situation wherein the student needs counseling but doesn't want his or her current counselor, or that the counselor doesn't match to the student's needs, a transfer case can be done in the system. On the other hand, for the counselor view, as the counselor successfully logs in, the counselor dashboard will appear with the list view of the schedule of the counselor from their Google Calendar, case inventory, and recent student list. Most of the functions in the counselor view are focused on case management, such as functions about managing cases, student records, files, and case notes. Aside from that, it also includes the scheduling system with the integration of Google Calendar API and file system through Google Drive API as mentioned earlier. Lastly, for the system security, to access the system, users will be required to input their login credentials and pass the reCAPTCHA challenge for verification and authentication. Users will also be required to provide strong password by assessing the password strength, such as checking its number of digits, alphabet, and special characters inputted by the user. Securing a user's password was implemented by hashing and storing it as encrypted text for additional security using the bcrypt module. In the data level security, an encryption algorithm, specifically AES 256, was utilized using the Node.js crypto module to ensure that the sensitive data stored in the database is not readable and will ensure confidentiality from unauthorized database access. User inputs were also sanitized to catch potentially harmful characters and to ensure that the data was in the appropriate format to safeguard the application against code injections. For the research methodology, firstly, we collected data through interviews with school counselors to create user stories and build the theory of the case management system. Secondly, in identifying a data encryption algorithm, we evaluated and compared existing literature reviews about data encryption. Third, to further develop the functionalities of the case management system, we compared and contrasted existing practice management web applications to find common functions found in a management system. Lastly, we followed the Agile methodology throughout the development of the case management system. The Agile methodology divides the whole project into sprints, where each sprint contains 5 steps as seen on the flowchart, starting from planning and then ending with feedback. Here's a snippet of the results of each sprint. Overall, the development of the system was divided into 3 sprints. Sprint 1 focused more on defining the user and system requirements of the system, designing the rapid prototype, and the initial development of the main features. Sprint 2 focused more on further developing the system features implemented in the first sprint. Lastly, the user acceptance testing was done during Sprint 3 after finalizing the development of the features of the system.
To discuss the results and observation of the study, user acceptance testing, or UAT, was conducted to measure the usability of the designed case management system. Each participant had 35 test cases to accomplish. During the user acceptance testing, we documented the actions done by the participants per test case. We also used the document as a basis for checking the acceptance criteria of a test case and deciding if that test case passed or failed. For the user acceptance testing results, 33 out of 35 test cases were successful, while 2 test cases yielded an error, specifically parsing errors. From the user acceptance test, the participants gave feedback regarding the design case management system. They expressed user satisfaction and acceptance of how the system is timely and would be useful, especially in this online setting after the testing session. Also, they commented how they were able to easily track the progress of the student, case notes organization, being able to schedule appointments using Google Calendar, and report generation. To conclude, the case management system web application helps with the automation and organization of the post-documentation process of school counselors. It is developed to integrate multiple functions, such as case management and scheduling, into a single application to minimize the juggling of different applications. Aside from the development of the case management system, an encryption algorithm was implemented on a data level to secure the confidential data stored in the cloud database. This encryption algorithm is the Advanced Encryption Standard with 256 bits, or AES 256, for the key, as this is the best algorithm according to research by the National Privacy Commission. It is also the recommended encryption algorithm. Lastly, the user acceptance test was conducted to validate the functions of the web application. Here is the snapshot of the test cases. According to the results and observations of user acceptance testing, 33 out of 35 test cases passed, which means that participants were able to perform the majority of the web application's functionality. Now for the recommendations of the study. One is with the integration of other commonly used applications such as Zoom. This can be also integrated into the scheduling system. Moreover, given that the data security is important in handling confidential information, improvement in the implementation of the encryption algorithm is recommended, such as using a hybrid algorithm, specifically public key cryptography, and securing the shared secret key, or added security and to further encrypt sensitive data. Adding other security measures such as two-factor authentication is recommended for future studies. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you for listening.